love. So I went ahead and folded up my clothes that y'all hadn't seen. Now I gotta hang this stuff up in my closet. This is my closet. Y'all wanna see my closet? Look, this is my closet. Let me show you. Look, see my stuff up there, y'all. I got stuff on the floor and everything, so I might as well kick it with y'all why I do this. Hey, guess what? I can't do this in my last closet. Couldn't do this in my last closet. Couldn't do this in my last closet. But I can do it in this closet. Okay, y'all. So, y'all, let me tell y'all this. Let me tell you how God works, okay? Like, for real. This is how the Creator or the Most High, Infinite Intelligence, this is how source works. I came down here with, let me show y'all the suitcase. Me and Mariana came down here with these suitcases, okay? I got 2 other suitcases in here, okay? And a black suitcase that she came out for her book bag. I sold and gave everything else away. Mostly gave everything away, okay? And look, my closet filled back up. Whew, I'm grateful. I got a whole dresser in my closet. So I'm drinking some spring water while I'm doing this, but let me tell y'all, you don't gotta be afraid to go forward with your life. You don't have to be afraid to do better or to leave things, people, and places behind. Because guess what? What you give up to be better, you're gonna get better. Look, I can do jumbo jacks in this closet. Anywho, I'm throwing some of Mariana's stuff to the side because I gotta put me first, Lucius. I'm over here seriously put my stuff, hanging my stuff up in my closet on top of my dresser. Yes. Anywho, Mariana has to do her room, and y'all do have a 3-bedroom house, and I had so many like choices of places I could choose from. Couldn't get into some places, the other places just wasn't right. I was all over the place chaotically, trying to find a place. When I came down here, guess what? I moved by faith and not by sight. And I found the best house. I got a big, large yard, and I really, really like that because I can go cool out there, chill, and I can be out in nature. It's some work I got to put into, but guess what? I get to put the work in, so I get to work it in the way I want it to work. Okay, so y'all, I had sold and gave up a lot of stuff. I'm really proud of myself right now because guess what? I ain't gonna hold you. I do have my favorite shoes, which are Roxy's. I have bought 2 pair of the same kind. I did buy Mariana a pair, but she not rocking them like that. So, thank you, God. I'm wearing both the pairs. Roxy's are like a favorite shoe of mine. They're comfortable. You can wear them in the yard. You can wear them out with like some name brand clothes, some dress down clothes. It just works. And the thing about this is, I had 3 or 4 pair of the same exact shoes. I would buy the same exact shoes, and my siblings and, you know, my husband would talk about me. Well, you know, the guys we was married to would talk. They be like, why you got that? My sisters would even buy me shoes, and I didn't care for them. I won't wear them. I tried. But guess what, y'all? And my shoes will look run down. And I do gotta make sure that this is the point that I say this. The reason why I'm saying this is because it was times I could not afford like good shoes for myself. It was times I could not like buy me good shoes, but I could like do for my children. And it was times I couldn't buy them no good stuff either. It was like passed down. Like when I was younger, we was passing, guess what they call it, hand-me-downs. My big sister couldn't wear it no more. Guess what? That was mine. And guess what? I was happy because I'm like, dang, she looked good in that. And I was happy to put that on too because I was like, I look good in this too. And those times I was like, dang, my sister's shoes was too big. But guess what? She couldn't fit them no more. There was times my mama was not going to let her throw them away. But guess what? I put them shoes on, they would flop it off my feet. Or you know what? The neighbors would give us shoes too. My mama, it was 5 of us, but other people, you know, they had a little bit more so they could provide a little bit more for their children. Y'all, I was walking with them shoes flopping off my feet when I was a kid, but I was happy because I had new shoes. Let me tell y'all what happened when I went to school one day, okay? Rockports. People was buying Rockports at that time, right? And this lady had gave me a pair of Rockports. Man, this is so funny. Lady had gave me a pair of Rockports. Hold on, I gotta go get some more hangers. I'm gonna take, oh, they're good. I'm gonna leave y'all right here because they're right there.
So the lady had games my mama a pair of rock
Course, I was just happy because they said rock course on them, right? Whole time. I didn't know that there was like a nurse and rock course. I didn't know the difference. I was just happy to have them. They was flopping off my feet. But guess what? I tied them up real tight. You know, I did try to pull a tissue in there, but I knew people was going to be able to see the tissue, so I just tied them up real tight. I'm up there walking through the school looking happy. People laughing. They was laughing at me, y'all. I'm wondering what they laughing at. And, you know, people like, look at her rock course. I'm thinking in my mind, I can't see a little bit of these on, so I'm keeping on. I'm thinking in my mind, what they laughing at? Idiots. I'm thinking they laughing at me. I'm laughing at them like idiots. Like I got a rock course. Whole time there was a nursing kind of rock course. But guess what? They was mine. So I'm letting y'all know that they was mine. Anywho, before I had left, because I decided only to travel with what me and my baby could carry, I gave away all my shoes. And that's, you know, I did start to accumulate more shoes, but it was like dressy up shoes, but they wasn't in the best shape. I ain't gonna hold you. And I could not afford to buy myself like no really nice shoes that like I could get for my kids or my children were buying for themselves. And if I could afford it, guess what? My money wasn't going on that. My money was going on supporting, helping keep me numb from the environment and the reality that I was living in. And mean, if you is with somebody and they supposed to be the provider, or if you with somebody and they doing better than you while you struggling because you're taking care of all the business, that relationship is not for you, okay? It's just not for you, because let me tell you something. In my case, my partner at that time had like a bunch of different shoes, a bunch of them, okay? Ones he didn't even wear, but I was on some raggedy-ish, okay? I know, like, I'm the type of person who just like my stuff the way I like it, but it don't make no excuse why one person should be the shyest while you taking care of everything and barely breathing. They say, still alive, but I'm barely breathing. Anywho, but when I came down here, I did, guess what, y'all? I went and bought me some shoes, 2 pair of new shoes. And I was proud of myself. I came down here with some raggedy Crocs on from Detroit, Michigan. It was snowing. I was walking around with Crocs on. My big sister was like, Marshall, you can wear some of my shoes. I'm like, I'm okay. And I'm not gonna say that I was proud, like I was super, I was just like, I won't, like, no thank you. Won't be here long. And guess what? I was kind of there a little long. I didn't stay with my big sister. I appreciate you, Ash. I really appreciate you for that. And guess what? I did end up wearing a pair of her shoes. You know, it was snowing outside. Like, I'm up here walking around in Crocs, y'all. I had to go check on my house one time, and baby, my toes were so cold. I didn't even know they were still there. I was just thankful. Like, thank you, God. I'm still walking. My feet are still moving. I don't know how. Like, help me. Help me. Anywho, y'all, I just want to let y'all know this. I changed my environment, and my faith was like really grand. I really like had a crazy type of faith. Like, it was faith without works is dead. Like, you can work, but where your faith at? God, baby, let me tell you something. Yeah, I was crazy enough to be like, you know what? Something gotta give. Like, God ain't bring me this far to leave me, okay? I was sleeping on the floor. My sister ended up giving me her air mattress before I left the house. The heat wasn't working. Me and my daughter was freezing in that mug. I was paralyzed by fear because I finally started to accomplish the things that I really wanted to. And I was afraid of the reaction of the person I was with. I was afraid of how they were going to take it. Like, even though they've been knowing for years that this was my goal. I want to say our goal, but we was in that house that was only supposed to, I bought the house for $500. We were supposed to be in that house for not even 3 to 5 years, and we were in that house for 11 years. It was in a poor condition, so I do have to say it was my dream. However, if somebody got to be a dreamer, right? I got Dream Chaser tatted right here, and I'm going to get that chaser covered up because, you know, I'm a dreamer, and anything you chasing, that means it's getting away from you, right? Like, you chasing it, so you're not going to be able to grasp it. And I'm a dreamer, literally. Like, I dream with my eyes open, okay? Like, right now, I just picture, guess what, envision me running. Like, I'm really a dreamer. Anywho, I gave up everything, okay? I was like, okay, I'm going to die here. I'm literally going to die here. I'm literally going to die not becoming the person who I want to become. I'm literally going to die, and I mean that. And I just kept on saying, like, damn, I have to die to myself. I have to die to myself. I have to die to myself. And guess what? I'm not talking about hey, that was an option, but that wasn't. That was one of the options I gave myself. But we have a choice to choose, and I came up with this acronym called DIYE, D-I-Y-E, drastically increase your energy. And as I did that, things started to change, and guess what? Going over to live with my sister because she had heat. It was warmth there. She had already said I could come. She definitely welcomed me in with open arms. I really appreciate her and love her for that. And I knew being with my big sister that, you know, people, if I was escaping a not so healthy relationship, that you know, I knew wasn't nobody gonna help for her because she about that business. She on that, okay? My big sister is on that. I did have other plans to go stay with other family members. Let me put y'all in the mindset and let y'all know where I exactly was at, okay? I owned my own home. I had my own home. But because I was in such an unhealthy, drowning in toxicity, I had to leave my home. I was all the way married, okay? All the way married. My husband was not living with me. It was cold in our house. We didn't have any heat. Throughout the years, of course, you know, our heat and stuff would be cut off. Married, still married, okay? Heat be turned off, water be turned off every time. Guess what? I had to go get the stuff on. He didn't ask nobody to, I'm not downing him. I'm letting you guys know my story. I had to go be the one who had to ask people for money to get the stuff back on, to borrow money for people. I take full accountability too. I had to go get help from the state to get stuff on, but the fact that, you know, that just wasn't the ideal relationship that I believe no one should be in. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a rider. Like, I'm already. Hey, you want to get a 2 for 2? Hey, you gonna get the nuggets? I'm gonna get the burger. We gonna split the fries. I'm that type of person. However, over time, it's unhealthy for you to be in a long-term turmoil or self-sabotaging or just a toxic relationship. It kills you. It literally kills you. I had gained so much weight, baby. I was up here 210, sleeping all through the day. Like, and when I did try to like do certain things, when somebody drags you for getting your hair done and your nails done or working out or looking pretty or washing up, that's not for y'all, okay? Because I would do stuff and my partner would be like, why you doing that? What you trying to look good for? Bruh, I'm trying to wash my behind. What you talking about? But it was so much manipulation in that relationship. It wasn't healthy. And I felt like, if it felt like a prison to me, if it felt like a prison to me, I'm gonna take full accountability. If I make you feel like you're in prison, or if I make you feel like the things that I'm doing is such like a painful stab to you, I don't want you to have to be with me to breathe, you know? So once I started taking full accountability, I was able to change things. And you gotta do that too. Sis, if he telling you need your tires changed, but he ain't paying it or going to go get your tires changed, if he not helping you better yourself, and I mean in every way possible, if he can't teach you how to get a bag or encourage you to get a bag or support you while you're becoming better, that's not it, all right? That's not it. It's very important that we know that, because sometimes we be so stuck in fight or flight mode, or we be stuck people pleasing or pleasing people because that's how we was programmed since a child. And epigenetics is no joke, okay? Like, you'll find yourself doing stuff that your parents was doing. Like, facts. Anywho, so listen, I had my own place, but I went to go move on my sister, and guess what? I stayed with her for like a month, and then my baby sister was getting married, and I'm like, okay, my husband was staying in another place. He the home baby, comfortable living, okay? Me and my baby was sleeping on the floor, freezing, heating the house up with the stove, with the aisles on. I kid you not. You know what he did? I kid you not, brought me a heater. God bless his soul, because he didn't have to buy that heater. He ain't have to. That was so nice of him to buy the heater, and I appreciated that heater. I'm not being sarcastic. I appreciated that heater because it helped with the heat. But I let him know, like, hey, I'm gonna have to move. I'm gonna have to stay with somebody because it's cold here. He didn't say, here go $500 on the heat. Here go $300 on the heat. Here go $200 on the heat. Even though I was saying, like, hey, you know, can you help me out with it? That wasn't his thing. I said, I'm gonna have to go live somewhere else because it's too cold for us here. I said that multiple times. Like, I was dogging myself, okay? Like, for real. But I really needed that help, so I'm not gonna shame who I was and why I was asking for help. However, I did have to leave that environment, and I did go stay with my sister. And I've been telling him for 2 years, hey, I'm moving. Because we weren't together like that. You know, we was together when we was, you know what I'm saying? But he wasn't staying with me. Anywho, when my baby sister, congratulations to her, she was getting married. And guess what, baby? I'm like, it's time for me to go. If I'm gonna go down there, I can get my daughter in school. You know, my husband knew everything that I was doing, full encouraging until he found out I was actually going to do it. Then he, oh, why you want to do that? What you mean, why I want to do that? Oh, you can't do that. Bruh, let me tell you something. Can you help me? Can you help me take her to school? Can you help get the lights back on? I mean, the gas back on? Can you help in any way possible? Like, she needs some boots. Baby, he bought her some more gym shoes. Anywho, I end up moving, baby. I just want to say this. I got all these clothes, and I bought some business clothes because your girl on. Okay, your girl is on. You hear me? I got some pretty dresses. I got some stuff because I'm going on vacation. I'm gonna go somewhere. I'm gonna cut up, and I'm at the age where I can date somebody's father or their son. So when y'all see me in this, just be like, "That's my girl. She did it. That's my girl." And no, I'm not looking for no relationship. Period. I want to say right now, when I'm talking about an intimate relationship, I'm not like. I've been humbled in the most humbling ways. I'm grateful for that though. But I bet you this, I'm gonna feel good. I'm gonna feel good about myself when I'm out here, you feel me? But yeah, look at this little mariachi outfit. It's a little mariachi outfit. Look, that's what I call it. Alright, y'all. I'm about to finish putting this stuff together. Finish hanging my stuff up, and I do have to go get my daughter from school because where we at, y'all? We in Texas, right? And I'm gonna show y'all my room once I'm making my bed and stuff. Maybe y'all can help me make up my bed with me. What? Like, we posted it, right? We posted, right? Look, what camera am I supposed to look at? I'm gonna look at that camera. Like, I should have got that one. That looks really good. Okay, listen. I'm about to go get Mariana. Thank you guys for chilling and being here with me. If this helps you any kind of way, I'm glad. And I send these videos out with the purest intentions of helping anyone or all that is supposed to help with the highest frequency of harmony, elevation, and love and oneness, okay? We in this thing. Ain't no need to stop now. Ain't no need to stop now. All right, y'all, did y'all know I was tatted up? Tatted up. All right, y'all, let me go get Mariana. I want to remind you that everyone has a substance to be beautiful in their own special way. And guess what? Blessings on your journey, beloved.